Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about computer system and role of IT in business. As you know, what is a computer? A computer is a device for storing, processing data, and typically in a binary form. Binary format mainly means zeros and ones. Like for our when we look at to the computer, when we type something like KJ or anything like playing a video or installing a PDF or anything like that, we mainly enter in text. But the computer or a laptop takes that like zeros and ones, and they translate that and integrate all that zeros and ones in a binary format and makes us an image or a PDF. This binary format according to the instructions given to it in a variable form. We give the instructions in a variable form and they convert them into a binary form, then provides us the image or what and those what instruction that was given to them actually. Like the computer is mainly divided into computer hardware and computer software. As you can see in this PowerPoint, the main parts are computer hardware and computer software. The computer hardware can be can be divided into CPU and random access memory, storage devices, input devices, output devices, and the CPU itself has its internal components, and the software, which can be operating software, application software, and system utilities. First, let's start with the hardware. First, let's start with the hardware. The first and foremost hardware in a computer is actually a CPU, which is also known as central processing unit. This is actually a like placements, like all the component and hardwares are placed inside a CPU, and inside a CPU everything start everything starts inside the CPU. Like CPU is the brain of the computer, and it's responsible for executing instructions and performing calculations. It performs data, it performs, analyzes data, controls the computer's operations, and controls operations and interact with uh, input and output devices. Like the CPU can be classified into arithmetic logical unit, control unit, registers, and cache memories. Like arithmetic logical unit is actually a digital circuit which performs arithmetic and logical calculations, like the calculators and all the logical reasoning stuff. This ALU mainly focuses on that. Like CU, control unit. Control units acts as a component, a fundamental component within the CPU. It takes instructions from the memory and translate into the format that CPU can understand. Like basically, we told earlier that all the things are in binary format. So in binary format, the CPU does need to know what all informations are important and all. And this controls unit mainly deals with that kind of things. And registers. Registers are like high speed storage locations. They reside within the CPU that temporarily holds data, which is necessary, which is very much important for starting up a computer. And cache memory is like high speed memories that stores frequent access data. Like if you open an app and do some operations like that, after some time we close the app, but some moments or some data stored inside that app, which we when we open the next time, which we can access easily. That data is known as cache memory. Right. Now let's tell about the RAM and ROM, which is very important in the computer hardware system. RAM. RAM is like a random access memory. RAM is actually volatile, and It loses data when the power is off. Like it's a high-speed memory where operations are mainly done. Like ROM. ROM is actually not a volatile memory. It stores data relating to initiation of a computer. Like when we start a computer or a laptop, uh, the OS mainly runs on OS or BIOS mainly runs on ROM actually. Now the storage devices. We can classify the storage devices as HDD, solid SSD, CDs, DVDs, USB flash drives. Like HDD means hard disk drives. They are the oldest form of storage devices which has a store and retrieve digital information. It has a spinning disk in which all the given instructions and storage all the given instructions and data are stored. While SSD, also known as solid state drive, is like a flash memory to store data. It's mainly known for its speed and reliability because it doesn't have a spinning wheel that requires time actually to in HDD. It requires time to record the data, but in SSD it is a flash memory and data can be retrieved and located very fast. Like next will be optical drives like CDs, DVDs, etc. These devices reads and writes data on an optical disc. This like CDs. You might have seen CDs like round ones. Like that is included in the optical devices. Next, we will mainly talk about the input devices. Like input devices are actually common. You see a lot of input devices in computer that you can physically see, like keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, etc. Like input devices mainly helps in creating instructions towards the computer. Like keyboard helps to enter text, command and instructions. Keyboard are used by us to give commands to the computer. And like mouse helps us to point or like control the movement inside the computer. Then scanners are devices used to convert physical document into a digital format, like papers, like all the physical documents. Images are used with the help of the scanner can be converted into a digital format. The next thing is microphone. Microphones convert sound waves into electrical signals that helps the computer to read these electrical signals. The next one is like output devices. Output devices are like instructions that we can see, like monitor displays visual information generated by the computer. Like the printer means physical hand copy of electronic documents. Like I told you, like the scanner converts physical documents into a digital format, and those digital format can be reconverted into physical documents through printer. Speakers are devices used mainly to produce sound and hear music and all. Like when we use a computer, speakers are very important while watching a video, playing music, watching movies and all. The next thing is about software. As you say, computer has mainly three software: operating software, application software and utility software. Operating software, there are mainly like Mac, like Windows, Linux. These all help us. These softwares makes the base of the computer. Like without a software we cannot operate a computer or a laptop. The next one will be application software. Application softwares are basically the apps that we download from the store, like MX Player, VLC, and any other software which are of use to us actually. Like the next type of softwares are system utilities. Systems utilities are of more use towards the system, like the laptop or a computer, like antivirus, memory cleaner. These helps for the computer or a laptop for better performances. The next main topic that we have to take is role of IT in business. Like it is very important. IT plays a information technology plays a very important role in the business because most of 90 percentage of the business activities are conducted through a digital format, like even say recording sales, like e-commerce, marketing, everything is done through information technology. Let's know what's information technology. IT is a use of computer system, software, communication to store, transmit, and interpret these data, to analyze them, and to mainly uh, make useful decisions. Like decision, it's mainly used for processing information and decision making. Like how IT affects the businesses, or how what's the role of IT in business. Let's first tell about data management. Like I like computers help us in analyzing a vast amount of data and gain insights and take decisions at the same time. The next one will be about communication and collaboration. Like IT helps us in a seamless communication within the organization, both within and external, like communicating with managers, and the managers can communicate with the employees, higher level senior managers, like on external users also, like shareholders, stakeholders, communicate with the company through email and apps with video conferences, like that. So communication, IT can facilitate communication. Now the next one will be automation and efficiency. Like automates routine tasks, like uh, data processing, data entry. These are routine tasks that should be done by humans. Like after the introduction of IT, these tasks is done through a technology. Then this helps to ease out the human work actually. Then cyber security, lot of the companies faces a threats, like third party information leak, like the confidential information can be leaked, though through technology we can protect information through firewalls, like many other locker facilities and all. Like we can literally protect these informations from leaking to the our competitors, like important information regarding the product sales and all. Then the next one will be innovation and competitive advantage. IT helps us to develop and deliver innovative products, which overall increases the business of the company, which sales of the products, like that. It's mainly customer oriented. Like this is computer system and role of IT in business. As you can see, we have a I have given a mind map regarding the computer hardware, computer software, and CPU internal components. As you can see, all the classifications are given in this mind map. You can go through this anytime. Like the next main topic is like a flow chart regarding the computer booting process. Like the flow chart is displayed on the screen itself. Like how does a computer boot? Have you ever thought about that? How does a computer boot? We'll just look at the power buttons, and the computer after seconds and all, the computer boots and we can do all our tasks. But there are a lot of internal factors regarding the booting. First of all, first what will we do, we'll push the power button, like power on. The next one is BIOS or UEFI initialization. What do you mean by BIOS? BIOS is basic input output system. BIOS means basic input output system. And UEFI means unified extendable firmware interface. This is activated after we push the BIOS button, after we put the power button. Right? These BIOS and all are stored in ROM. As I mentioned earlier, ROM is like a read-only memory, which is used for mainly initiating the computer. The this is stored in the motherboard, and there will be also be a hardware check in ROM. Like CPU looks for the BIOS system in the ROM and provides a current power towards it, and check all the hardwares. Like there is another, after this there is a test known as power on self test, like post. Like the BIOS runs a test regarding the functionality of all the hardwares, like RAM, like the hard disk, and all other components that are related to the motherboard. They check whether all the functions are performing correctly or is there any error. If there is an error, the display will show error and it will restart again. And if the error is post is successful, the test is successful, then the next thing is like the boot device. Like all the computers or the laptop has a boot device, a bootloader, like we call it a bootloader. Like system bootloaders are system which this system which determines whether the SSD, HDD, or contains all the operating system, and there is a small program on the boot device and which is loaded into the memory. These boot device reassess memories from all these storage devices, and which are already set, which the settings has already been set. The next thing is regarding the initial kernel system. Initial kernel initialization means the operating system kernel starts initializing and loading all the drivers and the services. The kernel system is actually a system which loads all the drivers which is stored inside the computer and the services relating to that. Then the start system services. Like the system starts services by itself based on preset settings and hardware. Like we already set something like the graphics card or the displays, how the display should be, what brightness it should be. Like they're all pre settings. Like the system it finds that presettings and loads them. The next thing is load user interface. Like when we open the computer or a laptop, the first thing will be a login page, or asking us the password. That is the next step of a booting process, and last, after we login, the system is ready, we can use all our services. This class mainly deals with like uh, first system flow of flow chart regarding the booting processes, and how the computer systems are classified, and the role of IT in business. Thank you for watching my classes. You can access it anytime in YouTube.